Good morning, everyone. In this class, we are going to discuss about theories of human migration. Okay, what is migration? Migration is a complex phenomenon determined by the perception and behavior of individuals. While no single comprehensive theory exists, scholars have integrated economic, spiritual, and spatial and behavioral theories to map how and why we move. Okay, defining migration and what it is not. Okay, establishing the boundaries of spatial mobility. Okay, the definition of migration. Migration is the spatial movement, spatial mobility between geographical units or geographical space involving a permanent or semi-permanent change in residence. Okay, according to the United Nations or IUSSP definition. Okay, what is not migration? Commuting, that means daily travel for work. Okay, daily travel for work is not a migration. Circulation, transferable jobs or temporary loops is not an example of migration. Transhumance, seasonal movements like geddes and backwards moving livestock up and down valleys, these are not migration. Refugees, classified as population of concern, lacks the element of choice and legal standing of standard migration, these are not example of migration. Okay, this is the definition of migration, and these are the what is not migration. Okay, two lens of analysis, structuring the theories by scope. Okay, there are two scope, microscope and macroscope. Okay, from the micro-analytical perspective, key focuses of migration are the individual focuses on behavior and the specific decision-making process. Okay, key focuses on the individual, and it focuses on behavior and the specific decision-making process. Why does this person decide to leave? Okay, the main focus on this. Why does this person decide to leave? Okay, the main cause. Key model, list model. On the other hand, macroanalytical perspective, key focuses on the mass pattern. Okay, not individual. Okay, focuses on streams, structural flows and volumes of human mass movement. How do populations flow between regions? Okay, how do populations, a large amount of population, flow between two different regions? Okay, key models, Ravenstein's and Zips and Stafford's migration model. Okay, first of all, the decision matrix, Lee's model. Okay, there are two forces, restraining forces and driving forces. Okay, restraining forces are origin forces. Okay, origin factors like push factors, intervening obstacles and natural attachment to whom. Okay, and driving forces are destination factors, that means pull factors. Okay, for migration to occur, the pull factors must be strong. Okay, pull factor must be strong enough to suppress the natural belongingness to the origin and overcome the intervening obstacles. Okay, personal factors like age, risk tolerance and perception filter all these inputs. Okay, the forces behind the move, push factors and pull factors. Push factors are overpopulation, pressure on resources and land, socio-religious like persecution of minorities, example partition of India, Pakistan, Arab-Israel conflict, political instability, wars and expulsion, economic unemployment specifically in agricultural regions. And pull factors, okay, destination factors, economic opportunities like the primary drivers, example plantation labor to America, Europeans to Paris. And technology, attraction of developed societies, information, education and cultural diffusion in inspirations, safety, political asylum and stability. Okay, these are two factors of driving migration, push factors in the origin space and pull factors in the destination place. Okay, the friction of distance, intervening obstacle, point A, this is the origin, point B, this is the destination. Okay, physical obstacles are distance, transport cost. Political obstacles are borders, visas, immigration laws, example US policies. Culturals are language barriers, fear of the unknown. Okay, obstacles can be real or perceived. Misinformation can act as a barrier or a false lure. Okay, this is the intervening obstacles, physical, political and cultural. Now the pioneer, Ravenstein's law, the foundational rules of migration in 1880s UK studies. Okay, he provide his theory of migration laws or migration in during 1880s. Okay, key rules are distance decay, The majority of migrants travel short distance. Okay, the majority of migrant population travel short distances. Counter streams, every current of migration produces a compensating counter current, return migration and urban growth. Cities grow more by in-migration than by natural birth rates. Okay, stepwise migration. People move in stages, not all at once. Okay, village to town, town to city. Okay, this is according to the Ravenstein's laws of migration. Okay, the demographics of displacement, Ravenstein's observations on who moves. Okay, Ravenstein's observations on who moves. Gender dynamics. Okay, migrate more internally, short distances often driven by marriage. Males migrate more internationally, long distances driven by commerce. And age profile, primary groups, adults between 20 to 35 years. Families rarely migrate long distances together. And drivers, economic reasons are the dominant main driver, according to the Ravenstein's law of migration. Okay, the magnetism of cities, the gravity model. Okay, based on Newton's law of gravitation, it is provided by Rayleigh in 1931. Okay, this is city A or population A, population B in the city B. Okay, the migration is equal to population A into population B divided by distance per square kilometer. The attraction moment is proportional to population size. Big cities act like magnets. The friction moment is inversely proportional to the square of the distance. Distance kills attraction. Okay, explains flow from developing to developed nations, for example, West Africa to South Africa. The path of least resistance provided by Gibbs. Okay, it's also known as Gibbs model. The principle of least effort in 1946. Theory is volume of migration decreases as distance increases. Okay, volume of migration will decreases as distance increases because distance represents obstacles like cost, effort, red tape. Okay, people settle for a good enough destination that requires the least effort. And contrast, unlike gravity attraction, Gibbs focuses on friction. Okay, unlike gravity focuses on attraction and Gibbs focuses on friction. Okay, origin, for example, origin area West Africa. On the lens of red tape or cost, Europe is the population moved to Europe and USA. And based of available option, high volume in South Africa. Towards the population moving towards the South Africa from West Africa. The distraction Stafford's intervening opportunities. Distance is just a surrogate for opportunity. Original goal, this is the intervening opportunity, this is the original goal. Rule is the number of migrants is directly proportional to opportunities at the destination and inversely proportional to intervening opportunities along the way. For example, a student won't go abroad if they get into a top local university. Satellite towns NCR intercept migrants before they reach the capital. Okay, this is the intervening opportunity. For example, this is a student and he secured a position in this institute and he admitted in this institute for his IIT or AIMS syllabus, and he will not go further towards the abroad studies. Okay, this is the theory of intervening opportunities provided by Stauffer. Okay, evolution of movement, Zelensky's mobility transition. We have discussed about in this model. About this model in our previous classes. How migration patterns change as a society develops in it discuss about how migration patterns change as a society develops. It provided in 1971. Okay, first of all, in pre-modern societies, early development, then it moves towards the industrialization and ultimately leads to advanced society. Okay, international migration, high volume due to population boom plus new capacity to move. Okay, during the industrialization, rural to urban, people leave farms for factories, volume increases. And in advanced society, urban to urban, movement between cities based on functional differences, rural flight ends. Okay, the synthesis, the logic of migration, the structured flowchart connecting the theories into a narrative sequence. First of all, motivation provided by Lee. Calculation, selection provided by Ravenstein, gravity and Stauffer, and trajectory, Zelensky. Okay, motivation, Lee, we move to improve our condition, economic and safety. Then calculation, we weigh the pull against the push plus obstacles. And selection, we prefer close big cities that is gravity. We move in stepwise. We stop if we find an opportunity sooner, provided by stopper, intervening opportunities. And trajectory, as we develop, the dominant flow shifts from international exodus to internal urban circulation. Migration is not random. It is a calculated response to disparity regulated by the friction of distance and driven by the universal human desire for improvement. Whether driven by the push of necessity or the pull of aspiration, the movement of people is the fundamental mechanism that redistributes human potential across the globe. Okay, that's all for today. In this class, we have discussed about different theories or laws of migration provided by different prominent geographers. If you have any doubt or inquiry, just let me know in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Thank you.